So ladies, I'd like to thank you for participating in the Jewels for Your Journey, Yoga for Your Journey DVD. I want to be very clear starting out that I am not an expert. I don't pretend to be an expert. I am not certified. I just decided about 2 years ago to take a yoga class. And I fell in love with yoga because it changed my life. As a result, I would love to share this gift with my girlfriends and people all across the country, because it really can be a life transformational experience if you allow yourself to truly indulge. So with that, I've done a lot of reading, a lot of studying, and I want to share information, and I want the information to be as accurate as possible. So I have note cards. So first, I want to start out by just sharing that yoga is a practice that has been passed on from the Eastern culture to the Western culture and has been done for thousands and thousands of years. If you really choose to participate, you will have healthier, stronger bodies. You will have stronger concentration and focus. And you will also have a better connection with other people as well as the community. If you choose to dedicatedly, I know that's not a word, participate in yoga on a regular basis, your quality of life can change from your mental, your spiritual, your emotional, and your physical. If you choose to practice regularly, you will notice that your body will get stronger, it will have more flexibility, you'll have better balance, you'll have less fatigue, better breathing, more stamina, have a clearer mind, less stress, more focus, and many, many other attributes if you choose to do it on a regular basis. And when we say regular basis, we're saying at least 3 times a week. I believe that as you go 3 times a week and when you start feeling the effects of it, that it will become a daily practice. So yoga is a discipline of self-discovery that seeks harmony between the mind, the body, and the spirit. It's not just stretching. I know a lot of people think that, I'm just going to this stretching class. So it's not just stretching, and it's not just a place where you go and you get so relaxed that you go to sleep. Yoga, although it takes a lot of stamina, once you build up to it, it can leave you energized yet relaxed. So some of the benefits of yoga is you will have better breathing, better stress management, better relationships with others, a better understanding, a greater acceptance of yourself and of others, a greater physical flexibility, a stronger body, calmer mind, greater self-esteem. It reduces stress, tension, and anxiety, stronger mental stability, and better posture. So the items that are needed for yoga, it would be great if you have a yoga mat. If you don't have a yoga mat, you can also use a rug, or if you're at home, you can use the carpet. You should also have a towel for certain poses, and we will show that as we go further on into the series. For Savasana, you can use a pillow because you want to totally be relaxed, and you could also have an covering for the eyes. There are also yoga socks that you can wear to help so you won't slip as much. So those are some of the items that we can use in yoga. So there's a couple of things that I would like to cover in particular as you're going into your yoga classes. A lot of people are a little intimidated because sometimes they pass gas and sometimes they yawn. And so what happens is passing gas is natural. It is normal. We all do it. And so with all of the twisting and the flexing and what you're putting your body through, of course, stuff is moving around, and that's good. And so sometimes some gas might release. So if you're in class and if you pass gas, it's not that big of a deal. Relax. Just ignore it. If someone else notices it, then laugh it off and apologize. And if someone is offended, the only thing you could do is sincerely apologize and keep going on with your practice. Because at one point or another, we will all pass gas if you're doing it right, because again, you're really moving the body around. So, and also, we don't really judge each other in yoga. And so it doesn't matter what somebody else is doing. Passing gas is just a part of our everyday life. It is advisable not to eat at least 90 minutes before you participate in a yoga session. So the second is yawning. So yawning in yoga is very good. A lot of people try to stifle their yawn. And just because you yawn, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're bored. Yawning is actually good because what you're doing is you're stretching the mouth open wide, and you are allowing all of the muscles on the inside to stretch. When we yawn, every muscle in the mouth is flexed, stretched, and relaxed. Yawning also causes the body to become alert. You know, sometimes when your body is very relaxed, you yawn to actually help you wake up. So most importantly, yawning is a strong indicator that the body is relaxed and not tensed. In yoga, the goal is to relax the mind and the body, and yawning is a great indicator that the body is relaxed. So make sure if you're in class or wherever you are, make sure don't stifle your yawn. As a matter of fact, exaggerate it. So what we're going to do is we are actually going to do an exercise in yawning. So what we're going to do is we are going to fully open our mouth up, and we're going to inhale from the back of our throat and allow that air to hold with your mouth open, and really exaggerate it and opening up your jaws. And we're going to hold it, and to really, really feel the effect, we're going to raise our hands up above our head, and we're going to twist around and really, really, really experience the full effect of the yawn. And so just on your own, just inhale in, opening the mouth up wide. Allow the air to come up from the back of the throat. Raise your hands. Ooh. Ooh. And release. Did y'all feel that?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, let's do it again. So again, we're going to fully open our mouth, exaggerate, open your mouth, allow the jaws to totally open up. Inhale through the back of the throat, allowing air to come up and hold. Raise the arms and twist and stretch. And release. Hopefully that felt good. And you know, again, yawning is also, it's a great way to just relax and release. And it should also give you just a little bit more energy. So I spoke earlier about being non-judgmental. It is equally important to be non-judgmental while practicing yoga, especially be non-judgmental to yourself. So as you're going into class, you can't worry about if you can't do downward dog, if you can't bend forward, you can't get caught up in what you can't do, because compared to what somebody else is doing, because everybody's yoga practice is their own. What happens is somebody might be more flexible. It doesn't matter what their size is. They might be more flexible. They might be stronger. Their core might be stronger. They might have a stronger back. You might, be able to do something that they're not be able to do, but you won't know because you're not looking at other people. The yoga practice, it is exclusively for you. So your yoga practice should also be tailored toward you. And just be aware that one day you might be able to do something. It's tailored toward you on that particular day. On one day, you might be able to do something that you might not be able to do the next day. But the day after that, you might be able to do something that you never thought you would be able to do. So it's an experience that you have on that particular day at that particular time. Also, don't get caught up on posing perfectly, because there is no perfect pose. Again, the body changes from day to day. So it is not about being perfect, and it's not about if you can hold the pose for 30 seconds, for a minute. we just have to set a time so we can go from one pose to the next. But don't get caught up if you can't hold the pose for the time that is allowed it. Again, you do the best that you can and be non-judgmental, especially with yourself. Again, as you become more relaxed, become stronger, more flexible, your poses are guaranteed to change. Be open to the change, but not dependent on the change. Again, the true purpose of yoga is to unite the mind, the body, and the spirit. Relax and be gentle with yourself because yoga is a process. So finally, again, it's important to be gentle with yourself while practicing yoga. Yoga is not intended to hurt. You have to recognize the difference between if you're in hurt or if you're just stretching a muscle. If it hurts, stop immediately. It should not hurt. You should do only as much as you can on a particular day at a particular time. Understand that each yoga practice is your practice. It's all about you, not about the instructor or the other participants. So that is, hopefully that will give you, as you go into the yoga classes, hopefully that will give you just kind of an idea of what to expect as you go into the yoga classes.